Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Welcome to A Mesa. It's a project on Mactan Island, not very far from the airport. It's got 3 towers. I think one tower is 14 stories. I think the other 2 towers are 18 stories. Total of 481 units, I think. Got a kiddie pool as well as an adult pool and a clubhouse there. They have studios at about 41 square meters, which is much larger than your average studio is usually about 22 square meters in the newer units built in the last 5 to 7 years. So larger units, and I believe they all have balconies and very nice, large, usable balconies as well. I'll show you that a little later. They have, in fact, I stayed in a one bedroom in Persimmon Condos in Mabolo here in Cebu City, and it was 42 square meters. That was a one bedroom. And I believe the 41 square meters, that includes the footage out on the balcony, I believe, as well. So that's not all inside livable space, I think. And they have one bedrooms, I think, right around 50 square meters. And of course, depending upon the location, the actual square meters will change a little bit. They aren't all exactly the same size, same layout. 41 square meters, for instance, is 441 square feet for you in the U.S. The one bedroom, 50 square meters, about 538 square feet. 2 bedrooms, about 65 square meters, which is 699 square feet. And 3 bedrooms, I think they have some 3 bedrooms, about 100 or more square meters, 100 square meters is 1,076 square feet. And I think prices start about 4 million or about 80,000 US dollars. This is your typical one bedroom here. Typical. The price goes up as you go up in the air. Higher floors usually, and like I said, there's some different configurations as well, so you can get some price differences there. The cabinets come with the units, and they apparently come with a cutout there if you want to put a window air conditioner unit in there. I think most people will choose to put a split type air conditioner in there, much quieter, more efficient. I like all of that light from these big windows here. And this project is by Robinson's Land. And there's another brand new hotel, resort hotel, that opened up just off to the side here. And I think they were having their soft opening the day after I was there. So it really wasn't a good opportunity for us to go look at that. This is located on the north end of Mactan Island. And look at the size of that balcony. Love the size of the balcony there. Very usable space. But on a map, and I'll show you a map later, on a map it looks like it's farther away from the city, Lapu-Lapu, than it really is. It's really not that far of a ride out here or back into town, into the malls on Lapu-Lapu on Mactan Island. You're quite close to the airport, international airport, which is good. Could be bad, but I'm pretty sure that you are not in the major flight path, so you're not going to have issues with the noise of the jets taking off and landing. I'm pretty certain of that. The tan building in the background is Dusit Thani Resort. Not sure if I mentioned that before. And you have a number of resorts very close here as well. They're building a new Sheraton just right over in that direction there. They have a reasonable amount of cupboard space, and I'm told that you can choose the internet and cable carrier of your choice. A lot of these places, they have a dedicated, just one person has the exclusive. Was told you can choose your carrier. They also have a tennis court on site, which rarely see here in the Philippines. I'll show you that in a bit. And quite a bit of parking down outside. They don't have underground parking, but you can park outside at no additional cost. It is included, which is nice. Usually a parking space in the parking garages of condominiums might cost you anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 pesos to buy that, or you can rent them by the month also. I believe condo dues are 75 pesos per square meter, which is quite reasonable. Some of the higher end places charge 100 and even more than 100 pesos per square meter. There are plans to have more commercial spaces on site. 7-Eleven's, a little shopping area, and the future will tell what that will all turn out to be. So let's take a look around outside. The buildings over there, that is the Dusit Thani Resort. Brand new, and I've seen they have listings on many of the travel sites, so you can book out there. As well as you will find condominiums units in this place, Amisa. You will find those online. I saw one penthouse unit. I think that would probably be the 3-bedroom unit. That was listed for rent on one of the sites, so that is an option for you. And here we are with the tennis courts. I think I've seen it 2 other places in the 4 years I've been wandering around looking at developments over here in the Philippines. I believe there is a jogging or walking path around here as well. And then this whole open area, I think over time, over the years, that will be developed probably with other commercial buildings. And I'll show you a map and tell you a little more about that area in general. So here we're using Google Maps again to look at, we've got Mactan Island here, you've got the International Airport in here, and you've got Mandaue City, you got 2 bridges going over. This is the newer 4-lane bridge. This is a 2-lane bridge here. And you have Cebu City over here. Amisa Private Residences is the official name, I believe. And they are building a new bridge down here. And eventually I've been taking a little bit of video of their progress. It's going to come into the Cordova area. I think down in here someplace. I think it's coming across over about in here. Going to come across to the Cordova, the southern region of Bohol, or of Mactan Island, pardon me. And then they've been widening the road here so that all this traffic that's going to Mactan doesn't have to go all the way through town up here across the bridge. And that should alleviate some of that traffic congestion there. But anyway, we're looking at Amisa Private Residences out here on the, I guess that would be northeast end of Mactan Island. And it's not as far. When I first looked at maps and what was out here, I thought, man, that's a long ways out there. But you really have a number of malls here. You've got a Grand Gaisano, I think, Grand Mall about here. You got 2 or 3 malls down in this area. I suspect that eventually, in fact, somebody was telling me Ayala was building a mall over here. I'm not sure exactly where it's at. Eventually, you will have bigger malls over here as this area is developing quite rapidly. You've got a number of resorts along the island, especially along this side of the island. And anyway, let's zero in to that area. It took, I think, about 20 minutes by van. We had a company van from Robinson's. I think it took about 20 minutes to travel down in and hit that first mall down here. So just to give you an idea of the travel time. It can take me that long to get to Ayala Mall from where I live now, which is probably about 3 kilometers. So it just depends on your traffic. Here you don't have the congestion. And like I said, this is the international airport in here. But let's zoom into that area. And you have another hotel resort type area here. And if I zoom in further, a lot of these places they don't pop up until you zoom in. Here's the Dusit Thani Mactan Cebu Resort, a very new one. And so you're sitting here, so depending upon what floor you are, you've got sea view in either direction, one way or the other. And now here's somebody put, see here again, this is a case where I think anybody can put a marker any place they want, because I think this is the same as this here, basically. Zeroed. And then you have a number of resorts over here on this side. You have a number of eating establishments, different places along here. Over time, that will increase, I suspect. And I will show you here in just a little bit of our trip and what the road is like traveling down through here. It's still primarily Filipino area. And then there again, as you zoom in, and all the resorts are not listed here. They're only listed if somebody takes the time to try to place something on a map. And there's another case, Movenpick Hotel. Somebody has it out here on the main road. Somebody else put a marker here for it. They're building a Sheraton. I think the Sheraton that they're building was right about in this area, I believe. Cebu Sea World, I haven't been there yet. I should get out there and take a look at that. Mactan Newtown, this is Mactan Newtown area. Huge development over here. Office buildings, many condominium units, as well as retail space. I think they're building their own mall there, as well as their own school as well. And just to give you an idea, we'll go to the more true to life perspective here and give you a shot, a look at where you are. So gives you a little more perspective of where you're at and what else is here. This is Magellan's marker over here, if they place that properly. No guarantees of that. And there's been talk of a fourth bridge coming over here, I think from up in this area, a fourth bridge coming across. And I'm not sure where it would come into, where it would start up here and come across over here also. And here's a look at the parking area just outside of these towers. And looks like they have substantial parking anyway. I believe that new tall building in the background being built is going to be the new Sheraton. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong about that. And this is you travel through pretty much, you get the choice going down this road around the other side of the island. It's quite thin area, narrow point out there, as you saw from the map. But this little bit of the Filipino area that you travel through, which would be obvious you're in the Philippines. I've had somebody suggest that I check out the Dusit Thani as well, and it's kind of been on my list. But there's so many things on my list, just not always possible to get across town and do the things I want to do. Anyway, that's another option for you over on Mactan. Lots of developments over here as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like the video, share the video, please subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you're at, and we'll see you next time.